If you're looking to hone your novice riding skills using the finest new machinery at your disposal, then look no further than Aprilia's Learner Legal 125 rupees. It's probably the best all-round 125cc bike on the market. The price is high, but you'd expect it to be with such a good pedigree, and that sexy styling will make you the envy of all your mates. The original two-stroke 125 rupees sold over 100,000 units worldwide, won numerous race championships at club and world level, and helped a generation of adrenaline junkies to get high. The rip snorting, high revving and peaky performance from its two-stroke engine made it the stuff of legend on road or track. With that unit replaced by a much more sedate but reliable four-stroke engine, the 4,125 rupees had the looks, but lost the magical performance and characteristic soundtrack. Aprilia dropped the 4 from its name for 2017 and redesigned the bike to celebrate its 25th anniversary, but don't expect to regain the lost power band and excitement of those smoky two-stroke days. You do get abs, though, along with phone storage and the option of a quick shifter, and it'll get you home, so you won't need your breakdown service on speed dial. Even though the original two-stroke engine has been replaced by a liquid-cooled four-stroke unit, it's not all bad news. Frequent rebuilds, expensive bottles of messy oil, and the compulsive urge to make the bike even more fragile by buying tuning goodies and expansion pipes are a thing of the past. The four-stroke engine may only make the permitted 15 bhp, but it's still great fun and will take you to over 80 miles per hour with your head down. Add the optional 100 pounds quick shifter and there's no need to use the clutch between second and sixth gears, meaning you can keep the power on all the time, which is very important when making the most of a 125's diminutive power. The brakes are fantastic, and the Bosch ABS means you won't be locking the wheels if you get a bit too ham-fisted. The 125 rupees will certainly keep you entertained. In the right environment you can have more fun on a decent 125 like this than you can on a superbike. Twisty country lanes, multiple laps of local roundabouts, and having fun with your mates are what it's all about. The chassis is sublime, the tires grippy, and the handling stupendous, so you can learn the art of controlling a motorcycle without going too fast on an 125 rupees. You can see 80 miles per hour on the clock, but as with all small-capacity four-stroke machines, it's not overly exciting getting there. The RS-125's engine is well proven, and compared to the old smokers, there's nothing to worry about. Keep it serviced, check the oil regularly, and look after the chain, and you'll enjoy owning it. It's an expensive 125 to buy, so look after it and it'll be worth more when you trade it in for your RSV4 after passing your test. Built in Italy, the 125 rupees oozes quality, and every last detail looks like it just arrived from the racetrack, especially in MotoGP trim. Fellow riders will mistake it for the RSV4, whether it's parked up or on the road, and it looks stunning. Even though it's a sports bike, it isn't overly uncomfortable to ride and is actually fairly roomy. If you do want something slightly less aggressive looking and with a little more comfort, the Tuono might be a better bet. Both models have a storage compartment beneath the seat, and it's big enough for a 6.0-inch tablet or your phone, and you can add an optional charge point. Who says a sports bike can't be practical? Built for both track and street, the new 125 rupees carries clear genetic markers from its big brothers, the also new for 2021 660 rupees and RSV4, especially in the front end for the low drag penetration and genuine race-tastic vibe it provides. Nose down and tail up. It looks like a sprinter crouched at the blocks or a predator ready to pounce. The broad cowling panels extend to shift even more visual weight forward to reinforce that all-up front look. A trio of recessed LED headlights ride at the tip of the nose with LIC M-Stick M blinkers mounted abreast. Even though the turn signals are mounted fairly high on the front fairing, they are definitely vulnerable to being wiped off in a drop or a slide, which is less than ideal for a bike that is most likely to be ridden by inexperienced riders. The bubble screen imparts even more big boy bike functionality to the mix between tall mirror standoffs that I expect are easily removed and their holes plugged ahead of track days, even though the factory doesn't explicitly say so. Same with the mudguard or plate holder out back. Behind the bubble rides an all-new digital instrument display that comes backlit in a choice between a white glow and a light blue to allow you to dial in for the ambient light conditions and personal preference. Clip-on handlebars bear directly on the upper fork tubes just below the upper triple clamp to encourage and enable an aggressive riding posture with set-back foot pegs to define the rider's triangle. The bars come 18 mm higher than before to increase comfort. The 125 rupees chassis enjoys a certain level of recognition as the only Italian-made ride in this displacement bracket to sport an aluminum frame with die-cast aluminum members and crossed reinforcement ribs to achieve its final structural rigidity. An asymmetrical swingarm finishes out the standing structure with fatter tires for this year for more substantial contact patches in a 180ths ahead of a 130/70ths on 17-inch rims at both ends. A new 41 mm inverted fork supports the front end on 4.3 inches of travel opposite a monoshock out back that boosts the travel up to 4.7 inches to fall in the usual range for a racing street bike. Here the GP variant diverges from the equipment on the base model with a set of 40 mm USD stems up front, but the suspension stroke remains the same.